Okay guys, so here's a video that I'm making to give you instruction for what you're going to do on Monday. And if you check out Blended Schools, which we're going to go to real quick before we get to the iPad. Under Blended Schools on the third 9 weeks, this is what you'll go to automatically on Monday. There's a new lesson posted called DNA. And on there is what you're going to be working on for Monday, but isn't due until Friday. Now, I don't have the due date on here just yet. I'm still working on this, but it will be ready to go for Monday. So pretty much what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing a little bit of research within your group so that you guys can collaborate on this. Somebody's going to need to set up a Google Doc where you can put all of your research. Okay, and so you're going to be looking at different DNA scientists or different scientists that had something to do with the discovery or the development of the knowledge that we know of DNA to this point. Okay, so somebody needs to make that doc, and then somebody, your group combined, can do a little bit of research based on these different scientists. So you need to provide 2 facts for each scientist in the year of their discovery, and you can certainly use these links to help. Okay, after we have all of that stuff done, after all the research is done, you can, we're going to create a timeline using this special app that I need you to download, and I'm actually going to send you an email, or I should have sent you an email over the weekend telling you to download this app, so hopefully you took care of that. If not, you're going to need to download it right away at the beginning of third period. And it is called the Timeline app. It's actually called the RWT Timeline app. If you type that into the Apple Store, it will come on up. Each member of the group needs to make their own timeline. So I'm going to show you how to make an effective timeline. So you can see my iPad here, and what we have is we already have the Timeline app downloaded, so we're going to select that one. Okay, it brings us to something like this. You may need to create a username, and I've already gone ahead and done that. So I'm going to select my name. It's going to ask you to pick a username, and then you can decide how you want to organize your timeline. If you want to have a timeline set up by date, by time, by event. I would recommend picking event, kind of like that, so that you can go ahead and separate them by when they did these things. But you can use date, that works also as well, or you can use time. It really doesn't matter. Your project title is going to be your name and then the DNA timeline. So Mr. B DNA timeline. Okay, and then you're going to click on Start. So at this point, all you have to do now is click on the lines and add something. So what we are looking for here, what we are looking for here is, as you can see, we're looking for in the label to be the year of discovery, the name of the scientist, and 2 facts that show their contribution to the discovery of DNA. Okay, 2 facts. So once again, we'll just use the example of, we'll go with the year of discovery, where let's say we're looking at Watson and Crick. So somewhere around 1950. Short description: the scientist Watson and, nope, not one, Watson and Crick. And then we'll say discovered the double helix. Okay, now I'm only going to put 1 fact on there for now. You can go ahead and add an image if you want. If you want to go ahead and locate an image, I happen to have one of Watson and Crick, and I'll go ahead and insert that, and then we'll hit the check, and now we can move this to wherever. We can set up our own timeline however we want. Now you need to do that for each one of those scientists that are listed on that list. Once you have all of that done, you need to click on Finish. And this is where it gets a little confusing, so I need you to pay attention real quick. Instead of hitting Send, what we're going to do here is we need to save it. And let me just tell you that you need to save throughout this whole process. Does everybody see this up here where it says save and open? Before you close out of this app, you absolutely need to save your projects or you're going to lose the material. I know at this point you guys are not used to saving projects as you go because Google Drive does such a great job of saving the projects automatically and you don't have to worry about that. On this app, it doesn't save automatically. So you have to save it continuously. If you're going to work on it Monday, you should not leave without saving it. If you're going to work on it Tuesday night, don't leave without saving it Tuesday night. Okay? After you get to this point and everything's saved and you finish your timeline, it looks great, you are going to go to Save Final and you're going to save it as a JPEG. And what this is going to do is this is going to save it to your camera roll. Okay? And then what you can do is you can go into Shobi and we're just going to select somebody, let's see, we're just going to pick anybody. We'll say that I'm going to be Tori for right now, and Tori is going to go into her DNA timeline part on Shobi, which is a new assignment that I just added. Just going to click the plus in the right hand corner and we're going to go to Photo Library and you're going to see that the timeline is in there. You select the timeline and you can go ahead. What is that? Sorry about that, guys. Where is that timeline? There it is. Okay, there's the timeline. And you can click done and it will upload. Okay, I don't want to do that because I don't want Tori to have anything in there, so I canceled it really quick. But that's how you would go about doing this. Okay, be sure to check back on Monday for all of the finalized details in that section on blended schools. But this is what you're going to be working on for Monday during class. Okay, hopefully this little video helped, and I will see you guys tomorrow.